밤이 오면 심장이 뜨거워지는 여자 그런 반전 있는 여자 너는 선어해 낮에는 너만큼 따사로운 그런 선어해 커피 식기도 전에 원샷 때리는 선어해 밤이 오면 심장이 터져버리는 선어해 그런 선어해 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 그래 바로 너 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 그래 바로 너 지금부터 갈 때까지 가볼까 오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일 Hey sexy lady 오빤 강남스타일 Hey sexy lady 성숙해 보이지만 놀 땐 노는 여자 이때다 싶으면 묶었던 머리 푸는 여자 가렸지만 웬만한 노출보다 야한 여자 그런 감각적인 여자 나는 선어해 점잖아 보이지만 놀 땐 노는 선어해 내가 되면 완전 미쳐버리는 선어해 근육보다 사상이 울퉁불퉁한 선어해 그런 선어해 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 그래 바로 너 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 그래 바로 너 지금부터 갈 때까지 가볼까 오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일 Hey sexy lady 오빤 강남스타일 Hey sexy lady
All right, guys, thank you. TC wants us to start over. She messed up on a little spot.
She did
a
so
great job.
Tessie, everyone in the comments is saying how great y'all did.
You did awesome. High five. Thank you, girls. I really appreciate it. We love you for being our amazing dancing girls. Awesome. Well, welcome, guys, to our very first tasting of 2021.
Happy New Year. 23 days late.
Yeah, Happy New
Still
Year.
Happy New Year. We haven't told you yet.
Happy New Year. We're so excited to be here. We missed you guys. It's been
It's been more than a month.
Yeah.
Way more than a month.
Like it's kind of
6
not,
weeks.
that's not okay for Kyla and I. We missed our fans. We missed all you guys. We appreciate we had a hell of a 2020, and we are gonna make 2021 our best. We're gonna make it. I've been saying bitch, but that's okay. We're gonna own 2021 because we got to make it the best, right? And I think that's really important. Like it is what we make of it. And I tell you what, we're gonna own the heck out of 2021. Hope is not a plan, right? We are gonna.
That's right. We're just doing it.
That's right.
Making it happen.
That's right. Also, for all you guys who have are new joining us, please let us know where you're joining us from. It's so good to see Sheree Jordan Brown, Andrea Longoria. What's up? Yeah. Rachel Santos, Drew Henry, Nancy. So good to see you. Scott. Hello. Walter Evans.
Chris, Christopher, Karen, Robert, Jennifer, Ray Ann, Kristen Ray,
Jennifer, it's another No Dump Saturday. That's what I'm talking about, sister.
Right.
Hashtag winning.
Speaking of, we're not going to talk about the wine quite yet, but go ahead and pour your first wine.
Yeah.
We're going to start with the Skeleton Key White. Hopefully you have it chilled and ready.
John Cedillo, what's up, man? Long time no see. Jim Nelson, tell Mama I said what's up. Laura Fritz, hello.
My mom and dad are both watching. Hello, Mom and
Hey,
Dad.
guys. Sorry that I have your daughter right here. Just kidding.
And now they're not watching.
Yeah.
They've tuned out.
Well, you're so hot.
They just
baby.
watched for the
You're
kids,
so
I'm
hot. You're so hot.
Oh, my
No dump
goodness.
Saturday. No dump
No
Saturday.
dump Saturday.
That's right. Don't dump me, babe. Don't dump me.
Oh my gosh, I've never thought about it that way. No way.
All right. Well, all right. Who else we got in here?
We got lots of people. I'm so excited.
Wait, what's going on with this
Vic
pool
says
party?
Savannah and her say hi. Hello,
Chris
you
Deason,
too.
what's going
Everyone's
on?
skiing. Mike Boone's here. Hello, Kayla and Mike.
My
Andrea.
boys.
Jake is in Minneapolis. Thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jake.
Awesome.
All right. Well, let's kick this thing off. We've got a little wine in our glass.
Allie's in Pennsylvania.
We've
Awesome.
had a hell of a couple of weeks. And when I say a hell of a couple of weeks, I mean that in the most awesome way possible. We're so blessed. We we kicked off an amazing New Year's party.
I feel like since our last tasting, it's just been a whirlwind of all the Christmas and holiday activities,
Yes.
and the New Year's, and then we took the kids skiing, which was amazing.
Yes, it was great. We did a heck of a New Year's party too, we didn't. Our friends did, and I don't know if anybody knows what a shambong is, but we ripped shambongs all night long.
Didn't we do shambong one time on these videos, like maybe the 10th anniversary?
Maybe.
Did we do shambong,
I think so.
Chelsea? No.
So-
I don't think we did. No, we did it
I think
actually.
I think
Which
we
is
tried,
sounds
but
world
we couldn't
class.
find it.
So it's a champagne glass with a
Maybe
test
next
tube going up,
time.
and it's you pour champagne in it or sparkling wine. In our case, we did copious amounts of pet nat, and you fill it up. And we started it, and like the next morning, the person that Marshall and Kelly were like, there was like 42 bottles of sparkling, a lot of Lostron.
We didn't have that many people.
Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah, but anyways, great time. Then we did Black Eyed Pea the next day, which was an amazing event for all of you guys out there that got to come. It was really fun.
That's an event we do here at William Chris. It was a blast.
And then a couple of days later, Catherine and I went to Big Sky with the kids, and we had an absolute amazing time. Been Calais. If you guys have never been to Calais Winery, I highly recommend it. He ended up joining us. Uncle Ben, as my kids call him, like the rice. He always comes up and joins us skiing. So we had some other good friends.
Before we go too far, Reed asked, "Is there anything we need to decant for today's tasting?"
No, I think we're solid. We got a lot of great wines. We have a ton of stuff to get over today. We're gonna drink some really fun wines, guys. I'm super stoked to really get down this lineup because man, there's some pretty special stuff in here. The Skeleton Key is
Delicious.
absolutely delicious. We don't have very much of it left. I'm like a little sad, but this wine you can find occasionally at some of the higher end HEBs. But of course, we love for you to buy it directly from us. So this is mostly Roussanne. There's a little bit of Picpoul in this, and there's a little bit of Marsanne in this as well. Most of this was all fermented in barrel, a little bit in concrete, and then threaded back together. And for those of you guys who don't know, so Skeleton Key. This is
take it up there, so
yes.
well,
thank you.
hopefully you're at home enjoying us. But if you didn't get the pack in preparation for today, that's not really working. But
Yeah. Can
You're
you
like an influencer.
yeah, obviously I'm not an influencer. I can't quite get that.
Skeleton Key label? So we have a 100-year-old farmhouse, and there was one key in the old farmhouse that opened up every single door. And when Bill and Catherine and I and Beth started William Chris, we literally had 40 grand in American Express to get this thing done. And so we were demoing the old house to get our tasting room open, and we found a little key on the wall that opened up every single door in the old house, which was really amazing. And then of course I lost the key, but I didn't really lose it, or I
Thought
did.
you lost it.
Fast forward 5 years, Bill, when we were talking about Skeleton Key as a potential wine, he's like, man, I've got the actual key. We should do a picture. So for those of you at home, this is an actual picture of the real key. Of course, we put a very small indention in the, I don't know what you call that area of the key.
I don't know what you call the hook on the key,
Yes.
the hang down part that actually unlocks.
So
What do you call that?
I don't know. And
Where
so
are our key masters out there?
something that's cool too, off of all of our Skeleton Key wines, there's a little code on the back. If you look right above the zip code or the barcode, there's a little Roman numeral on all the skeleton key cabs, the skeleton key white, and the skeleton key proprietor's red. You can tell which rendition it is of that. So
speaking of that barcode, if you guys, hopefully you're all big Chris fans, you're here, you notice most of our wines don't have barcodes. This one does because it's out there in the world in wholesale.
Yep.
You can find it at HEBs, some other wine stores, wine shops. If you can't find it at your local HEB, if you're in Texas, that is,
please
ask
ask for it, guys. That helps us
they can bring
out.
it in.
Like we literally the only way that we get health insurance with our company is through Skeleton Key, and great partners like HEB, Whole Foods, Central Market, Kroger. And today only we're doing a little bit of a case special, $180. If we only made 450 cases of this wine, and we're almost sold out. This is like the only white wine that we have on William Chris property right now.
So that's $180 for a case. It's 12 bottles for $180.
Yeah,
Insane.
and we also include shipping on that.
Right. So
it's a
anything
hell of a deal.
6 or more bottles anytime you order from us.
There's only about
Shipping's on us.
25 of those available online, by the way. So there is a limit to that. I don't want everybody to jump online, but
don't leave us now. We'll remember later.
but so this is aged mostly in oak for about 10 months, and then bottled. But lots of about 20% new oak on this, and just a little bit of neutral French oak. Oh my gosh, aromatically, like we've been drinking this wine at the house, as well as the rosé, the Skeleton Key rosé, which is so delicious.
Amazing.
Yeah, we've been drinking that a lot, quite a bit.
Somebody said in the comments that they don't typically love white wine, but they're loving this, and maybe it is because it was barrel aged. Part of most of it.
You know, we don't grow Chardonnay very well in the state. I will say the next Sauvignon, or the next Skeleton Key white, is actually going to be Skeleton Key Sauvignon Blanc. It's the new version of that's coming out in about 2 months that you'll get to see, which is really delicious. But this Roussan Marsanne blend with a little dash of Picpoul, we took a page out of the playbook of the Rhone Valley. They grow a lot of these combinations, and Tony, our winemaker, really took the ball and ran with it. You know, we make wine in barrel, wine in concrete, wine in stainless, wine in we split up the Picpoul. And when I say barrel, like you guys, we also made some Roussanne in these big tanks too. So you get all these different textures and layers, and when we're able to thread those wines back together, it's so fun, and we're able to get this like kind of really nice this texture that we're experiencing now. It's and that's a lot from the Marsanne, and it's a lot from the wood as well, that kind of oily texture, which makes this an incredibly food friendly wine.
Can we talk about food?
Yeah,
We are fortunate enough here to be enjoying a cheese charcuterie plate that we offer here at William Chris. Anytime you come, this is available for you.
The charcuterie is all made in Wimberley, by the way.
And we also have some homemade pimento cheese. Let's see.
I couldn't crack cocaine, but that pimento cheese is
Close.
Yeah, I was what I could imagine, because it's like once you start, you can't stop.
So, but anyway, back to our spread. What should I be eating with our Skeleton Key? What those at home, what would be a good pairing?
So that salami right there. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Twist my arm.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, speaking of not speaking of it all, actually, just randomly. Julie wants to tell her cousin Andy hello. They're both watching different locations, haven't seen each other.
Oh, ma'am.
Hello, Andy.
That's pretty awesome.
From us and from your cousin Julie.
Ma'am, I know everybody out there has like not seen their family in a long time, and like, you know, it's like all the usual trips got canceled. Like,
my brother and sister, neither of them, we did not do Christmas together for the first time in my life. Didn't get to see either of them. I haven't seen my brother in more than a year. I don't think John's watching, but I miss you, John.
No, you know what? We're making these connections happen. We're going and visiting this year. We're making these trips happen.
I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep, we got to figure it out.
My brother lives in Baltimore, and things are a little different up there than they are here. So, but we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
We will see him this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
More than once.
Absolutely. So it's been tough on everybody, and I know these virtual meetings and tastings do So much better. And they do so much for us. And I commend you guys too, because I appreciate that each and every one of you, because you are making the difference. You understand that you can get these cool wines that nobody else gets. You're in the know, and that's awesome to me. So cheers to you guys, and thank you so much. Because again, I honestly can say without these tastings, I don't know if our company would be here today in the same form or fashion that it is. So thank you guys all for watching and for all your support. So
somebody had a really good question about this skeleton key white, asking if all the grapes were from the High Plains. It says just Texas on the label, but do you know the breakdown or percentage?
It's 100% High Plains.
Oh, it is.
100%.
We just didn't put it. On
Okay,
the
speaking of which, so that brings up something really cool. So I want to educate everybody. When a wine says Texas on a label, it means that at least 75% of that wine was grown in the state of Texas. Now it could be more than that. And
for us, you just know it's always 100% for us, but other places
Correct.
only have to be
Correct. So
75%.
yeah, if a bottle of wine is actually got somebody's label on it and it doesn't say the word Texas on it, then it could possibly be not at all from Texas.
Even if it's got like a picture of Texas.
Right. So then you look at a little bit of closer, so we'll go into the Salt Lick Vineyards. So when you see Salt Lick Vineyards, that means that has to be 95% from that vineyard, right? And it says Texas Hill Country. When it says Texas Hill Country, which is an AVA or an American viticultural area, that means that 85% of that wine has to come from the Texas Hill Country. I will tell you right now, we just kicked off our legislative session. I'm super excited, and we're actually working on a bill right now. We used to work on this bill that is for 100% Texas, for you to put Texas on the label. We are working really closely with the whole entire industry. We have the great compromise, as we're coining it, to make a wine that has an AVA or a county. So some of our vineyards are not located in an AVA or an American viticultural area, and some of them are in, say, like Sutton County. If they say a county, then this new bill that we're working on would require it to be 95% from that AVA or that county. The other 5% would have to be from Texas. So you would know if you saw an AVA on a label that this wine, or a county, that this wine was 100% Texas grown, and that this wine was 95%, which goes above and beyond. So we joined the ranks of Napa and Willamette Valley.
When you say above and beyond, that means above and beyond federal regulations.
Right,
and
correct.
Definitely beyond
I know that
Texas
is confusing in
currently,
but you guys are the first to know that this really cool compromise is coming down the pipe. And what's cool is I think we have the whole state really, really engaged in it, which is all industry members. We have wineries large and small really pushing towards this, which I will say is not exactly what I wanted, but this is a great start.
Yeah.
Which
we
is
would
really,
prefer 100% everything, but
yeah,
baby steps. We got to get gradually toward that finish line.
So there's more to come on that, and thank you guys for all of your support over the years that have been major supporters of us through our battle of truth and labeling, and I think this is going to be a big step in the right direction.
Kelsey, you have something?
Yeah, Chris asked, have you thought about doing a collaboration with the Garrison Brothers?
Chris asked about a collaboration with Garrison Brothers.
Ooh, good question. Garrison Brothers Distillery. We actually did a really cool collaboration. We've sold them barrels before, or given them barrels. They've also given us barrels. We made a dessert wine, which unfortunately tasted like a chainsaw for about eight years. Then we used that as a blender, and it was a really cool wine. But we made one barrel. We just didn't bottle it by itself. We just used it just sparingly in some of our dessert wines. But what is really cool, and I don't know, we haven't actually sold any, but we made hot sauce. Tony, our winemaker, and Chef Ty literally fermented this huge fermenter full of peppers, most of which we grew here, And they grew this beautiful, or they fermented this beautiful fermenter, and then they emulsified the whole thing. And then that Garrison Brothers barrel that had whiskey in it, and then they dumped it out, and then, or not dumped it out, but they dumped it and they bottled it. And then we put dessert wine in it for 8 years, and it was in the estufa. And then we dumped that out and blended it away. And then we put hot sauce in it for like 4 months or 3 months. And I don't know if you know anything about hot sauce making, but it has to be like really well balanced with salt and acidity and all this other crazy stuff. That shit is amazing. Like you put it on eggs and you can taste the Garrison Brothers in it. It is so delicious. You know what? I'm going to go on record here. Leah and Kelsey are shaking in their boots, but we're going to figure out how to do a hot sauce tasting with all of our virtual fans. We'll set it up.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, because we still have probably
we may need to make another batch.
Yeah, but we probably have like 80 jars left of that. It is so delicious.
I don't think that's enough.
People that know about it, like it is, and we don't like sell it. It's not on the website or anything like that. But you know what? I promise that I'll figure out a way by next tasting. We'll figure out a way to set a hot sauce tasting up.
Next taste, maybe we can't make hot sauce that fast. We don't have enough.
No, but I'll have a solution
Okay,
to go taste the hot sauce. If you want to come out, then we'll be ready. So
cool.
Mark my words.
Okay. Can we move to the next wine? Because
I just want to drink this all day, by the way.
I know, but I
so
think
good.
we need to for timing. And I don't want to rush through these reds because they're so amazing.
10-4, understand. You're my boss.
Now, as you pour for us, what are we drinking next?
I think we're going to go to the Mourvèdre.
We are. Right? We're going to Salt Lake Mourvèdre from 2015. Older vintage. I'm so excited. I haven't tried this one in a long time.
I have actually not tried this one either.
As Chris pours Rayanne, sorry if I got that wrong. She said, when he goes to lunch later, we have a number or a name on the bill to let her know. Be watching our social media. That's probably the first place we'll post it. We would love your support. Thank you for offering it. We'll let you know. Also, our marketing team just posted a really cool video on Facebook. Check it out. Watch it. It's 5 minutes. We actually should have played it today. I don't know. But check it out. Watch it. Some of the guys from Yeti did a really good job and filmed that for us and edited it all up. And that is such a... It captures the essence of who we are and what we are, and it has some great shots of Bill and Tony and Evan and myself. It's a great video. Have you smelled this yet? Y'all, if you don't have this in your glass yet, pour it and smell it. Oh.
Hey,
I know we're taking home for dinner tonight.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This Salt Lake Mourvèdre.
Not to bum everybody out.
I hope you have it in front of you guys.
Some unrelated, some news. We are so sad to see Evan, our vineyard manager. Yesterday we threw a big party for him. He's been with us for 5 years. Him and his wife Ashley are incredible, great friends and family of the winery. Evan is moving on. He's actually taking another job that's going to help him be able to work on his own brand. The Broken Hands. I don't know if you guys have had that wine from us or not. It was part of the winemaker series. But I knew that as our business continues growing, that he was going to have less and less time to work on his own brand. He's our age, and he just said, I really want to start my own company and eventually be able to start his own brand. So he's going to be managing another vineyard. But if Evan and Ashley are out there, man, we love you so much, man. And you're just such a great, you're a great pillar of our company, and we're going to miss you, and we wish you the best of luck. He's not moving away. He's actually still going to continue making his wine here.
Thank goodness. We'll still get to see him as friends.
But as
coworkers.
As the leader of this company, it is so refreshing to see folks from our company continue to grow and expand. I was just yesterday at the new Slate Mill. It's the old Torre de Pietro property with Josh, our old winemaker.
You went yesterday?
Yeah, he's doing such a great
Thanks
job.
for the invite.
They poured concrete, like it's crazy. It's insane, like what they've done on there. And I'm really excited to see what Josh is going to do. I've tasted some of the wines he's working on, and it's pretty exciting. So I will say, in the Hill Country right now, it is insane to see so much cool stuff going on. I mean, with our brand, we touch all these different vineyards. We make wine from all these different places, and I think we're getting better every day. But it's so exciting, guys, to see all these other brands and like plan your trip.
But what I was just gonna say, I mean, I'm interrupting you completely.
Yeah, that's
but
okay.
like Josh has moved on to different things. Henry Croson, he started with us and now
Mhm.
he's got his own awesome brand,
Yeah.
totally cool style in Johnson City. Definitely go see him too.
We were just at Sandy Road Vineyards. Pro tip, go check these
Yeah.
guys out. He's the assistant winemaker for Ron Yates. He and his family have their own vineyard right down the street from our house, right on Sandy Road. These guys are farming awesome grapes. It's two sisters and their husbands, and Regan is the assistant winemaker over at Ron Yates. But I tell you what, we spent a whole afternoon there with our kids. They don't have a tasting room; they have a tasting tree house.
It's really cool.
It was awesome.
The kids loved it too.
So
I love a family-friendly winery.
and they took our kids and made s'mores with them, which was epic.
And let them play with the dog.
Yeah.
We
But you get to taste right on top
top
of the vineyard. It is really cool. And Regan and his brother-in-law are making some really cool stuff. And it's so awesome to see all these great brands just mushrooming out and doing such a great job and investing time and resources into making the hill country better and making Texas wine better. And I think it's really important that you should never go anywhere else but William Chris, first and foremost. But
Start here, and then I guess you can go somewhere else.
No, our neighbors are doing some really cool stuff, and I could not be more proud of what's going on in this state. It is such a cool industry, and you guys today are part of it. Like I'm telling you, you're a part of our story, and a lot of you guys have been a part of our brand and our story for many, many years, and you know all the cool stuff. You know about Salt Lake Vineyards. You know how many people know about Salt Lake Vineyards? Like not very many. like this is, we made 70 cases of this.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I think it's 73 cases produced. This just went out in our Case Wine Club and maybe our 6th bottle. So Jay Knapp, a very dear friend of ours, and Scott Roberts. If you don't know about Salt Lake, I'm sorry, because so Scott Roberts and his dad, they started Salt Lake Barbecue, which is a great barbecue place. And if you've never been there, the barbecue is absolutely fantastic.
So
I definitely wouldn't call it a mom and pop anymore because it is like going to barbecue Disneyland. They do a great job. But they've since planted tons of vineyards. And it's really interesting to see like Scott Roberts. I wish we had a picture of him. But Scott is a short little Asian guy and, got long hair. And he's like, "Hey, I'm Scott Roberts. Nice to meet you." And you're like, "Wait, you own Salt Lake?" Like it's just not what you would think. But they are barbecue scientists. But Jay Knapp, who's been the vineyard manager there, has been just a wonderful advocate for the industry and the community, and they've done such a great job. We still buy their fruit to this day. We've made wine for them on their behalf, and then made wine from their vineyards. Of course, Mourvèdre is one of my faves, and they do such a great job. But this wine, and what's cool is this is from this is what we're going to work on. This is kind of where that great compromise came from. And I know I'm switching gears here. You know how we just talked about the labeling bill and how we're going to push this forward and unite the industry. What I want to do is get past and create a clear legislative path to to labeling clarity for all of our fans. And then as an industry, we can start to work on sub AVAs. So you look at, there's Napa, which is an AVA, right? And then there's like Napa Valley, there's Howell Mountain, there's all these little sub areas, right? We want to do the same thing for the state of Texas, for the Texas Hill Country, for the Texas High Plains. We want to go in and deep dive because the wines from Driftwood, which is where this is from, really incredible. They're very hard limestone, not very porous at all. They're very different than the wines from the Pedernales River Valley, which are all like,
all in the same AVA. So
correct.
There's huge variance in one AVA.
So that's why we wanted to take the next 10 years and start building research and wines and education behind these sub AVAs. And if we can take our energy and quit fighting against each other in our industry and start working on this, then I think it's a real win-win. So I'm pretty excited about this legislative session and in our future. And I'm really excited that all parties involved kind of came together to make this happen, because I know that even the other side of the folks that didn't want Texas to mean 100% Texas, they have a very vested interest in making Texas Hill Country the Texas Hill Country, and they support this. So it's pretty exciting, and I think there's more to come, and a lot of folks are going to be doing a lot of great things in uniting the industry. But man, this wine,
this is so good, and you guys that are enjoying it at home, as we are, Bill had a great tip in the comments. He said it goes well with olives. I just ate an olive. He is correct. There's pits in there, so sorry I had to pick my pit out of my mouth. Chris was about to do the same thing, but it was worth it. It does. It's a great pairing. And then Ray had a question about this shape of the bottle. He said, why is the Salt Lick Mourvèdre in a different shaped bottle than our other Mourvèdres?
Okay, so
I don't know if there's a good reason. Let's hear it. It may just be one year to another. I don't know.
So there's no good reason. We're actually switching.
But very observant of you.
That is very observant. We're actually going to go back to this. This is called the Cabo, this bottle. And we're actually going to go back to this bottle style.
Is it so that the labels don't get ripped off in wine fridges? Because that's what somebody said.
That is one of the reasons. That is one of the reasons. But as we look at getting more efficient, the Cabo, or the Cancun as the other bottle's called, we actually have to order from South America or China, and this one is made in Mexico. So we're actually going to get closer to home, and we're going to switch everything over to this.
Cool.
The other one is it tends to be more expensive, and we're also getting Lost Straw Cellars uses this, and we use this, and so we're going to streamline, and we save $1.50 a case. Which,
so why did we like the whiter?
I loved it because it was unique and nobody else had it. And then ultimately, when you look at
I like it too, but it's not good for the wine fridge.
It's not good for the wine fridge. And you look and like if we make 10,000 cases of Mourvèdre and we can save just $1.50, that's money that we can put into health insurance.
Yeah.
And I'm very proud to say we went from 50 to 75% on our health insurance for our whole company. So there's 94 families that now have access to healthcare at 75% paid, which is something that is really meaningful to Catherine and I, and to Andrew and Callie, and to Bill and Beth. So
We got some good responses on the change of bottle. Wine fridges are celebrating. Not good for the wine rack either. That's right, Rick. We are not at home. We have a wine rack that I put things in until I'm getting close to ready to drink them. And there's a lot of wide bottles that I can't put in my wine rack, which is annoying.
But that's also a great marketing technique, because if you're not aging the Mourvèdre and you're just drinking it, then you're gonna enjoy more. Right? So
there's a lot of talk about king cakes in the comments.
yeah,
I guess that's coming up, but I missed
king cakes is around the corner.
When does that start? I need to look at the church calendar. Are we drinking some more of this or moving on?
Yeah.
Okay, we're still on the Salt Lick because it's so delicious. Also, we haven't talked about this right here. We got something big coming right now, y'all.
Yeah, big time.
All right, Kelsey with the pass.
So we had one of our wine club members, Kevin Owen.
He came into possession of this football, and what is so special about this football, Chris?
Jimbo Fisher signed it. Jimbo, yes. And I don't know if you know, Texas A&M.
Who's Jimbo for those people who are so.
Jimbo Fisher is the best coach in the world, football coach in the world. He coaches for the Texas A&M Aggies. Woo. Kind of a big deal. And if you didn't know, the Aggies got robbed this year. We're number 4 in the country. We should have been number 1.
But we had the worst bowl game.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a fine game, but the pairing.
It was bullshit. Let's be honest. But anyways.
Anyway, so Kevin Owen came into possession of this, and I don't know what's wrong with him, but he's not a huge Aggie fan. And so he thought this could really
Kevin,
raise some money.
What is wrong with you, by the way? Because everybody should be an Aggie fan.
We love you, but I don't know what's wrong with you. He's a member of ours, and he thought this could really raise some money for a great cause. So I think it was him that picked St. Jude's Children's Hospital. If it wasn't him, I'm totally on board with whoever chose it.
He donated this to, or not necessarily to us, but to whoever wants to. And
just so we could use this platform to really raise some money.
Yeah, and St. Jude's Children's Hospital, guys, is an amazing, amazing organization that supports children with lots of different issues all over the country. And so right now, I think Steve Anderson has the high bid. It's on Facebook, correct?
Yeah.
So this is on our Facebook
It's about to
site.
get pinned in the comments if you want a link,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll tell you what, babe, I didn't tell you this, but Steve Anderson is at $600. Chris and Catherine Brundred are at $640
Yeah.
right now. That's
It's
our
going
bid.
in $20 increments, no cent nonsense.
And if you outbid me,
$20.
I will never forgive. No, I will forgive you.
We
But I
would
will.
love it because that's good for St. Jude's.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Catherine's going to please outbid my husband.
No, I'm not. So super cute. At the preschool both our girls went to, now they're too old for that, but at that preschool they did like a little education and fundraiser for St. Jude. And I remember one day, June, our oldest, came home and she
I didn't
emptied her
even
piggy bank, asked us for our change, all the things, put them in a big Ziploc. And I was like, why are you gathering up all your money? She said, well, I want to give it to St. Jude's because there are kids who really need it. They're sick kids.
And she drained
And
her piggy bank.
she took every bit of money she could find in her house. And she took it to school to give to St. Jude.
All her
Their
dollars, all her
fundraiser.
coins, everything.
The sweetest little
How old-
4-year-old.
Yeah,
I think she was 4.
and you know what's crazy? She's
Makes
still
me tear up.
Yeah, she's still done that for. I know that they had a drive as well in elementary school, and she's
She's got a sweetheart. And I hope all you have sweethearts too. Even if you don't want the football, St. Jude is a great place
Yeah.
to donate. Donate a little too if you can.
Kels,
It's a
what
hard
you got?
year, but-
Along with that, they'll also get a library tasting at William
Oh.
Chris.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. The winning bidder
Yes.
not only does a good thing and gets a cool football, but also get a library tasting here at William Chris Vineyards.
Yeah, and if it coincides with my calendar, I will personally throw in a
Perfect.
barrel tasting for 4 people, and we'll go out and drink some out of the old cask. We also have about 3,500 barrels to run through. So, yeah, guys, please drive up that donation.
And that's going until tomorrow night, the 24th at 5 p.m. So
Mhm.
you have time to keep back checking, see if you're still in the lead to get that football library tasting. And if it works for schedule, barrel tasting too.
Yep.
Awesome.
Awesome. Well, let's keep on moving. It's a no dump Saturday, babe. You got some decisions to
I
make.
mean, I got wine left here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, down the hatch.
All right, no dump Saturday.
I say down the hatch, but that was a regular sip. I promise.
All right, let's jump right
Okay,
in.
moving to Mandola Vineyards Montepulciano 2017.
Man, this is makes me sad too, because this is another vineyard we used to farm that we
And
no longer do.
It's super close to Salt Lake, right? How far
Yep.
away are these two?
Oh, maybe
Like 20 minutes?
no,
5,
5,
10,
8 minutes.
Like,
Yeah,
okay, so
super close.
5 miles?
Yeah, they're pretty close to each other.
It's going to be, I'm glad I saved a little of the Salt Lake because it's going to be fun to taste the difference. Obviously different grapes, but super close
So
area. Are the soils the same?
yeah, they're very,
Okay.
very similar. And I don't know if you know this, but there's also another vineyard out there that we took over. This is our first season on it. It's called Hog Heaven.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize that's where it was. Great.
We're ripping out some of the vines and replanting, but the owners are super committed to Texas viticulture, Texas wine, and so we're planting more and more acres out there. And so what we're trying to do as a company is trying to get more efficient and look at, we have all these little 2 and 3 acre vineyards all over the place, and we're trying to get to where we have larger blocks to where we can really deep dive and spend more time at those deep blocks. So, it makes me so sad that we don't farm this vineyard anymore. But ultimately, for our company to grow and continue providing better resources for our 94 souls, it takes that kind of commitment. I'm also proud to announce too, we're working on some other vineyard deals to where we'll actually be looking at farming more and more in the hill country and getting a little closer to home. We still love our High Plains growers, and we'll still be very highly committed in the High Plains as well. But wow, this vineyard, it makes me sad that this isn't here anymore.
Okay, so Scott in the comments, I don't understand. People are laughing and thumbs upping. Tell me if you understand this, babe. I'll run a downfield if you invent a wine bubble machine. What does that mean?
A wine bubble machine.
Wine bubbles.
Oh,
Scott, I
maybe
think it's
if you
invention.
instead of regular bubbles, you made wine bubbles like Willy Wonka, and you could go pop the bubbles and drink wine at the same
And
time.
he'll run it downfield like to catch your football.
If you invent that, I will. I think that would be incredible. I don't think it would be cool to like taste soap, but you know.
But if it was a wine bubble, I guess.
Yeah, maybe that's kind
I
of
don't
cool.
get it, but I'm curious.
So, okay,
Y'all,
Mandola
this is
Vineyards. So again, hard limestone.
This is the one that was like fan favorite in the
Oh
right?
yeah, like I think William
Not
Chris
fan favorite, but
Chris Wine
staff
Company
favorite.
staff
Yes.
drank half of this. So again, this is same line as the Mourvèdre on very hard limestone. Of course, the Mourvèdre was 2015 vintage, and this is 2017 vintage. I think Montepulciano is a very, very great variety to for the, especially for the hill country. It's growing incredibly well in our region. I love it, and I think it's got a long life. And I will say, as a company, we're trying to take a little bit more focus and figure out like what do the next 10 years look like, and where do we dial in? How do we take our winemaking team and make sure that we're really focusing on site and wine quality and developing vineyards for the future? And I think after our experience with Montepulciano at
someone asked where'd you get the name for this. That Montepulciano is a great name. Just like Roussan, just like Mourvèdre, it's a different variety of grape.
Absolutely.
I want to clarify.
Yeah, we didn't name it
It's not a
Montepulciano.
fanciful name. We didn't make it up. That's
There
right.
actually is an area in Italy called Montepulciano. Coincidentally, they don't grow any Montepulciano.
Did they used to grow it?
That's a
Did
good
it
question. I don't know.
originate there?
I don't know. It
We'll
is
have
an
to
Italian
have
variety.
Clay or Kelsey are not different other Kelsey.
Okay.
Sorry, Kelsey hooked up. Clay or Kelsey Kramer, our education top W set people here on staff tell us.
Yeah, and
Did
you know
it
what?
come from there? I don't know.
That reminds me. You had we need to do a big shout out to Kelsey Kramer, one of our team members. She just got her level 3. She just passed her level 3 WSET certification. So Yahoo Kelsey, way to go.
Yeah.
She does a lot of our virtual tastings. So if you guys have corporate events or want to get your family or friends together, we still have a very strong virtual tasting program that's just really going incredibly.
Yeah, it's a lot like this, but a smaller audience. And not that Chris and I aren't early educated, but Kelsey is like super on with the wine and educating about all the things. And you could just be for you and your small group, your company.
Heath Tollison too also just passed his level 2, which is pretty awesome. He's part of our tasting room team. And
Nikki at Lost Dog
Yep.
passed too. And
Absolutely.
then I feel like there was somebody else.
there was somebody else, and it's escaping me right
I'm
now.
so sorry, somebody else. We'll think of it. We'll think of it.
But it's so awesome to see the wine professionals in our company.
Linda says, I love Kelsey Kramer, working with her now for Austin Aggie Moms. Awesome.
Oh,
Linda,
perfect.
I hope you guys have
No,
great
she's doing a
tasting
great
with her.
job. I mean, we've done for different clubs, different corporations, you name it, which is pretty awesome. So, all right, guys, let's keep on rolling.
Well, let's see. We haven't done this yet. Whenever you're ready.
Yes. Also, guys,
Oh, you know what we haven't teased? Yo, we got a big giveaway coming up at the end of this video.
oh yeah, a
We were
big
supposed to
giveaway.
mention that in like the first 5 minutes, and we just been chit-chatting.
I've just
Stay
been looking
tuned.
at
You
you
have to
and not
be-
focused on.
You have to be
not
watching
focused
to
on,
win. You have to be watching to win. So keep
You're
hanging
distracting
with
me.
us. You have hardly looked
You're
this
so
way.
hot. It just takes my focus away.
All right, Kelsey's like, talk about something else. What you got?
We just
over
had like a
Kelsey?
good question from Carson about like he's wanting to ask like what do you think would have to be true for Texas wine to like get the same national like recognition of like Washington and Oregon
Okay,
for,
what has
and like
to
Napa
happen?
like for legislation
So that's a great
Repeat the
question.
question.
So-
I don't know if
Yeah.
you could hear.
What would
gonna
it take for Texas to get the same recognition as Washington or Oregon or Napa Valley? And I think a few different things, and I'll give you my very heartfelt opinion. One, first and foremost, we've got to continue making and growing better wine.
Mhm.
Like bar none. That's something that
Raise the bar.
we've got to continue raising the bar. And the way we do that is by diving in and creating more resources to farm better, to make better wine, to invest in our people, and to continue growing this industry. Second of all, we've got to have legitimacy behind our labeling laws. Right now, Texas is the fourth largest wine producing state in the country. And the top three wine producing states all have legislative laws, state legislative laws.
And as much as we don't care about rankings, we just like how wine tastes. So many of the platforms that do rankings will not score us. No, I shouldn't say rankings. I should say scores. They
Right.
will not score us because of the labeling laws in Texas.
Right.
They can't believe that it's what it says it is, and so they won't.
In essence, there's some people that rate and judge wine that refuse to rate and judge Texas wine because they don't know if it's actually from Texas. So if they are putting their name on the line by giving it a review, they need to know that it's not 75% from Texas, 25% from California or Washington or something
Arizona,
like that.
who knows?
Right. Or Chile, you know. So if we can pass this new law and this great compromise law, we'll be protecting our AVA and really making a better industry to where it really can help catapult us into the next generation, which I think is super exciting. So
I think too, it's going to take some time. You know, there's been a whole lot of growth in 10 years in Texas. Our quality in Texas has skyrocketed,
Yep.
and it's going to take time for that to trickle out to everyone else. So right now, most of Texas wine is consumed by Texans, which is awesome. No complaints. But until we can get it further out there, other people just aren't going to know, so we won't get the recognition.
I'll tell you what, we got a review, and I keep on sending it to myself. I want to get this tattooed on my leg, and I'm dead serious. It's been messing with my head. We got the other day a 4-star review on Google.
I love the idea. I'm just not a huge tattoo for this reason kind of person, but continue on.
I also had another question.
If you want to help our company, please jump on Google and give us a good review. Not that we have to.
We
have
never
more.
asked for that, but here it is.
But I got a tattoo. I got a
You
review.
want a
I get all the Google reviews on my email. And the other day it was like, great experience, beautiful place, really nice folks, great for Texas wine, 4 stars, 4 out of 5 stars. And I about blew my shit because it's like, great for Texas? Like, what the heck do you mean? What do you mean great for Texas? Like 4 stars? Like, we work our butts off.
We wanna be great,
Say the
no
wine
qualifier.
sucked, and I'll be okay with that. You're entitled to your own opinion. But you said great service, beautiful place, beautiful facility, and great for Texas wine, 4 stars. And that is what I want to go after in the next decade. I want to go attack that and like change that. Like, I want people to be excited about Texas grown wine and where we're going. And that's why I'm going to get it tattooed on my leg, and I'm going to put that dude's name.
You're going to put that guy's name
No,
on your leg?
I probably won't.
I
But
hope not.
that's the stuff that fires me up,
It
man.
does fire you up.
Okay.
But do you have to get that tattoo to get fired up?
No.
Thank you.
I'm excited. You did that reverse psychology thing on me, babe.
I
Why did you do? Come on, you're killing me. You're killing me. I want to get a tattoo, okay? I don't get the 4-star. Anyways,
it's been a long time since you got a tattoo.
that's right.
We have a deal.
Oh no, deal's off.
So
Deal's off.
our deal is, I'm not a huge tattoo fan. Our deal is that he can get another tattoo if he submits to me in writing what
This is
he wants,
bullshit, by the way. I
and then
never
waits a
agreed to
year.
Mhm.
I've seen nothing in writing.
I've told you what I wanted year after year. and
Yeah,
you-
it's changed all the time. It changes, which is thank goodness you haven't done it.
I'm done with this conversation because I know where this is going.
John
You're
will
trying
get
to
the
outsmart
tattoo
me
with
right
you.
now.
It's going to me. Wait,
You're gonna get a 4-star tattoo with
No,
me?
John will get it with you.
John will get it with me?
Yeah.
is that John's deal?
All right.
Thanks a lot, John. Thanks a lot.
Uh,
I'm from San Angelo too. You can be John with me instead.
all right. Enough of that nonsense.
Oh,
Okay, hey, before we jump into Enchanté,
Carson's on my page. Tattoo might be a little aggressive. Thank you, Carson.
you know what? I'm aggressive. What are you talking about, Carson? You don't think I'm aggressive?
Oh my God! Rules of the giveaway. Best Chris tattoo wins. I like it, Nikki.
Oh my God, I'm so into that.
Oh, and Rayanne's on my page too. That tattoo policy seems fair. If you agree in 1 year, I mean, thank you, Rayanne.
Wait, so she's never agreed to any tattoo. I've told her what I want, and she's like, okay.
Yeah, submit it in writing.
What do you mean in writing? Is there a formal review process?
Yeah, I want
Is there a committee?
I want a piece of paper with a date. And then in a year, if you mention it again, I'll say, okay, it's the same thing you wanted. Okay.
Okay, mark my words. All right, you just heard it. I'm going to have a tattoo in your hand, and then I'm going to get.
When?
Shut your pie hole. I'm going to work it out, okay? I'm going to get you a drawing.
Your assistant's not going to do it for you.
God, dog. Killing me over here. You're killing me.
All right, should we move on to the one I'm the most excited about?
Yes. Enchanté. Hey, before we go there, and on a very serious note, got some tough news too. We lost
Switching gears.
an amazing grower, an amazing man this week. Matt Adams, who owns Leahy Vineyards, he passed away this week for COVID. He was in his 60s. He's a super in shape guy. He fought very, very hard, and he passed away. And while I was definitely not best friends with Matt, I was definitely close to him. And Andy Timmons was very, very close to him. And so our hearts go out to the Adams family and all the Leahy Vineyards and Leahy Farms. So Leahy is one of the largest farming companies in the state of Texas, or is the largest farming company in the state of Texas. So big shout out to those guys, because he was put to rest yesterday. It's a very sad situation, and it's kind of sobering when you look at it. What has gone on and how this terrible virus is affecting all of us. But we want to give a lot of love and a lot of shout out to the Leahy crew and the Adams family today. So if you're of the praying nature, please pray for them, because they definitely need it, and so do the Leahy Farms team, because Jerry Weaver and his family are run that company, and they're just incredible folks. They do an incredible job, and they need to get back on their feet, because there's a lot of people that depend on them. So anyway,
we've been very fortunate that this is the first thing that really hit close.
Yeah.
During.
We've had
other
some,
than like business things, but this is the first.
Yeah.
Personal.
So let's bounce back. Let's bring it back up. We got Enchanté. You ready?
2017.
Yeah, one of the best vintages ever. Delicious.
So excited. I had this the other night. We had an evening meeting, and I had a glass of it for our meeting.
You can also find this at Otto's.
So delicious.
On the Otto's menu.
No.
By the way, on your next trip,
No,
okay, so we already talked about Sandy Road Vineyards. We already talked about. Did we talk about Abastris?
You did not talk about Abastris.
No, there was somebody else we talked about.
We talked about Croson.
Croson, yeah. And Abastris. There's so many great places. If you look at the Texas Wine Growers website too, you can find a lot of places that are 100% Texas grown. But there's so many great restaurants.
You want to know where to go? Send Chris or I a message on Instagram.
Also, guys, if you're not on Instagram, you can find her at Wine Grower's Wife, and I'm IGHYETX. You can follow us on Instagram. I don't think we post that much, but you can find all the crazy stuff we're doing.
Nearly as much as I should, but I check it all the time. So if you message me, I'll respond.
Yeah. Also, you can like us or get on our Facebook page, all the good stuff. Friend us on Facebook. But man, we've been eating in Johnson City. There's a new place called Proof and Cooper. Really good stuff. Fried chicken.
Reed says he's going there tonight, actually.
Oh, perfect.
Reed already said. He asked actually which wine would go best with their chicken. Fried chicken's what you get.
I think they're about to put our wine on the menu too.
I don't know if Reed actually mentioned the fried chicken, but Reed, you should get the fried chicken.
Yeah, no, don't get anything else. Get the beet salad and the fried chicken, because it's delicious. Also had dinner at Otto's last night. Oh my God, that place is so delicious.
Do you think Reed should have the Salt Lick Mourvèdre with it?
Yeah, with the fried chicken. Oh yeah.
If you're wanting one of these wines, Reed, I think that the Salt Lick.
Yeah, I think so. The fried chicken, and get it, a little pro tip for you, get it, what is it? Carolina style?
I don't know, because I don't get it that way. I get them traditional. I think it's
Tennessee style? Yeah, they put a little sauce
It's like
on
a
the
little
bottom.
red sauce on it.
Yeah, it's pretty delicious.
Chris loves that.
Go for it.
I like it the normal way.
Mm.
His is a little spicier.
But
It's got that
when you're all
little
ready,
sauce.
we want to see you back in the hill country. Josh, or Chef Ty, is doing tacos today at the High Estate. Holy cow.
Did you get some?
No, but our kids
Did
mowed
the
down
kids?
a lot of tacos. Our lead gardener, Travis, he was actually working the taco cart today, and they had a line out to Wazoo, so it was pretty cool. But let's get down to Enchanté,
Oh.
and
You guys.
I got another little like spot of tough news, man.
Oh, I know.
So
This one's not as sad. but
this
it's-
so this is
it's pretty
Enchanté. When we first started, was all from Granite Hill Vineyards. And then Granite Hill Vineyards is about 15 minutes north of Fredericksburg. It's all on decomposed granite over sandstone. It's literally on, God, don't quote me. It's either billion or 2 billion year old soil. It's really cool. We have one of the most unique areas on the planet Earth called the Llano Uplift, where there was lava that was flowing underground that pushed up. It wasn't a volcano, but it pushed up, and a lot of the crust of the earth got broken, and over time that crust was washed away, and what we got left with was enchanted rock and all this decomposed granite that ran down, with years of water running through it.
It was really dramatic, and it deserves it. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool, man. It's really cool, and it runs from Hoover Valley. I get serious about geology, baby, because it
know.
means something to
I
me.
hated geology in college, and you did too. We were in the same dang class.
Yeah,
But looking at him,
we would smoke a joint before. No, I'm just kidding. We would.
what was our professor's name? He was really boring.
Yeah, he was pretty boring. So I had to make it more spicy.
Sorry, geology professor back in 2004.
So anyways, there's this really cool geological formation that runs from like Hoover Valley, where Parasos is, which is another great winery, and that runs all the way through the hill country to almost dang near Junction, runs all the way through Mason. And there's this really cool decomposed granite over sandstone, these like hickory sands that it really makes unique wine. And this Enchanté has gravitated from solely Granite Hill Vineyards to all just hickory sands kind of area. And what I'm really bummed out about is the owners of Granite Hill Vineyards, which has been a huge part of our company for many, many years.
Steve and
Joy Johnson have sold the property, and they sold it to a horse farm, and that horse farm's not wanting to grow grapes there anymore. So the last few acres that are left there are going to be bulldozed and abandoned, which is a super bummer. Time marches on. We do what we do, but it doesn't mean Enchanté is over, because we still have Hoover Valley Vineyards in Burnett area. We have Robert Clay in Mason. We have Talent Vineyards in Mason. We have Lowell Valley. All these great areas that make up Enchanté. So Enchanté is not going anywhere, but a part of that program is just going to evolve. It's going to change. And again, it's kind of a bummer, but all things change. And you know what? We're not in a finite business. And it's something I've been like really thinking about a lot lately, after being in the wine business for 15 years. Like, it's not about winners and losers. Like, what does winning look like? It's not about a dollar amount or like crossing over these finish lines. Of course there's some milestones that we want to get to, but we're not in a finite business. We're in an infinite business. We want to create a business that will be around for the next 100 years or even longer. And ultimately, our goal as an infinite business is to literally make the world a better place by making the people that are part of our company better, by making our patrons and our fans, to exposing them to new and interesting ways of connecting with the land. And that's what we feed off of. And so when we look at we're going to be ever evolving, and that's okay, right? But it also kind of points to us, or points to our values. And and helps us on our path on like where we're going, because in the end, like, this is a lifestyle company in a way that we want our fans to be connected with the best wine in all of Texas, and to know all the things we know about all these little cool areas of Texas, like Enchanté. And Enchanté helped build this company and helps provide 94 families an amazing living and an amazing lifestyle in the state of Texas. We might not make that much money, but at least we have a great living in a great company and a great team. And you know what? We're growing and we're getting better every day, and getting cool things like health insurance and 401ks, and starting to build something of an industry. And to answer that question from a little bit ago, about what will it take? It takes our whole region getting better to where we can go compete with these other wine regions of the world and of the United States.
So a few things about Enchanté. I don't know which one I should do first. So I think it was Marilyn asked, would you consider this your flagship wine? And yeah, for years.
Absolutely.
For years,
yeah, it's a
said
temple
yes.
for sure.
And Chris said it won't end. And if you have a lineup of our Enchantés over the year, at some point we really started putting Bell Mountain AVA because we could.
That's the only sub AVA of Texas.
Right. The only sub AVA in Granite Hill Vineyard is in Bell Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
But then you'll see this one does not have Bell Mountain. At some point, we shifted from focusing on Granite Hill Vineyard to a soil profile.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So even though we won't have Granite Hill Vineyard, which is primarily over the decade been the source for this fruit, we can still keep that profile going.
Yeah.
And I'm
absolutely.
very.
And if we can get this labeling law done, what we'll do is take all the resources we put forth to fight the labeling laws. We'll put it into sub ABVA work, and then start developing a Llano uplift or a hickory. I don't know what it's going to be called, but like Llano uplift or hickory sand, something to that effect, to identify all those granitic soils over sandstone, which is really amazing. And then we can market that and talk about that in a whole different light.
Yeah.
So
It's just amazing. I don't know who had this foresight. I guess it was you or somebody, but whoever thought, let's not rely quite so much on the vineyard, but the soil type.
mhm.
I mean,
They're both
we
important.
didn't know the sale was going to happen. We were not privy to this.
Mhm.
It was, I don't know if it was a surprise to me. Maybe it wasn't quite a
Well, the
surprise.
vineyard's
to you,
been for
but-
sale for like 6 years. So,
Wow.
and then they asked
I
us
didn't
like,
realize
hey,
that.
if we sold it, what? They weren't terrible about it by any means.
Yeah.
They've been very
It's for
gracious.
6 years?
Yeah, the vineyard's been for
I
sale.
love that.
But I mean, the new folks are horse farmers. They don't drink, and that's okay.
But anyway, we can continue on Enchanté tradition
Yeah.
without Granite Hill Vineyard, even though we hate to lose it.
Kels, what do we got?
Yeah, what do we got?
Someone has a 2011 Enchanté, and they wanted to know when a good time to drink it would be.
No.
Tonight.
Probably now. Yeah.
We had that wine. We actually had one of those wines. We had the 2011 Enchanté while we were in Big Sky about 2 weeks ago, and I almost cried because it was a beautiful wine and it was so amazing and so epic and so soft. I don't really know what else we want that wine to be besides what it is right now. And that is like that cookie at the end, right? That like, man, I waited and I sat on this wine for so long. Like that 2011 is so freaking delicious right now. Drink it. And I don't know if it's going to be as good as it is now in 3 years or 2 years. So I would encourage you to drink it because that's all that we wanted it to be is what it is right now. So Kelsey, you got another question?
One more question. When was the last harvest at Granite Hill?
Oh, in 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2020 harvest. Yeah, we
This
had when those last harvests at Grand Hill, 2020 for sure.
Wait, I guess there won't be a 2021.
No, there won't. So
2020 was the final.
we'll be losing the Trebbiano from Granite Hill. We've ripped out all the Merlot, so there
It
was
was
no
already
Merlot.
gone.
Yeah,
We were
and then
going to
the cab.
replant or plant with something else, but now we won't.
So yeah, but you know what? Time marches on, and we've got Hoover Valley now. So that's pretty exciting.
Okay, someone asked way back in the beginning, and I never got back to it, who the Black Eyed Pea contest event winner was. Rusty, who has,
Rusty Tisdale.
yes, she's been a contestant for years.
Since the beginning.
Yeah, every year, I think. Anyway, she won this year. In case you were wondering if you missed the event or if you had to leave early, that's who won. Congratulations to hers.
Congrats.
I actually didn't even get to try hers because it went so quickly. And then Marilyn asked about a vineyard she saw between us and Johnson City, and if that was us.
Yeah, so we also have another property in Johnson City, another vineyard.
Just planted.
We planted it last year, and we're going to be planting more in there this year. I don't know what it's going to be called.
No name, no tasting room, no. You can't go there, but
Yeah,
you can drive by it.
We bought it. We bought it a couple of years ago, probably five, 6 years ago.
Probably 5 years
It's an
ago.
investment property, and then we wanted to plant on it, and it's going to have 7 or 8 acres of planted vineyards. I don't know what we're going to do with it, to be honest with you. Like sometimes we think about building another tasting room or another brand. Ultimately, I think we're so happy with what we have. I mean, with
Well, more than anything, I think we just want to own vineyards so that we are in control and can really
vertically integrated.
Yeah. Like, Granite Hill was everything for so long, but we never owned it, and so now it's gone. And
Yeah, and we had no
it'll
control.
be nice to.
So
nice to own and
now we
control.
want to invest in vineyards. Ultimately, for our company to grow, we want to invest in vineyards and land that we own. And we started this whole company with $40,000 in American Express. That's no bullshit.
And a lot of debt.
And a lot of debt, and we're still in a lot of debt. And so, like, growing this company little by little is the only way we can. I mean, sometimes it's frustrating to look back and go like, oh, we didn't, sell this for a good $1 trillion and started the wine business. I mean, like, it's just facts, right? I mean, like, we're still just scraping away and chipping away at it, and that's okay, and we'll get there.
Mhm.
And we'll get there
With your help.
with your help. So thank you guys. All right.
Okay, so.
Brings up, we are not going to go as long as we did. We got a bunch of new plans, by the way, for some new programming. We're gonna do, I don't know. We've talked podcast, we've talked YouTube channel, we've talked a lot of different things. We're going to continue building what we've started here. In
I think we need to do tastings more often because we've just been like.
Yeah. So
Verbal vomit. We've been talking so much.
Verbal vomit.
Yeah,
Whoa.
that's what they say. Isn't that the term?
I don't know.
I mean, it sounds gross.
Yeah, it is.
Forget I said that.
Keep drinking, babe. Keep drinking.
I'm
All
going
right.
back to the Salt Lake.
I
It's
know.
delicious.
I did the same thing. So, okay, next up, we're going to have a super fun tasting, and we're going to do it with Drew Baby Sides and his wife, Callie. So you're going to get William Chris Wine Company,
Best of both worlds.
Best of Both Worlds. We're going to do a 4-pack. I want everybody to get ready on their phones.
Next tasting is going to be February 13th. It's going to be us, Andrew Sides, and hopefully
A little Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day tasting. We're going to have 2 wines from William Chris Vineyards, 2 wines from Lost Straw Cellars. And what are they, darling?
Okay, we're going to start with the 2018 Reserve Roussanne from Lost Straw Cellars. Actually had this wine last night at Otto's at dinner. By the way, if I had dinner with John Rivenberg of Kerrville Hills Winery. If you haven't made it by there, they're doing a great job. They're incubating a bunch of different wineries, so it's a super fun place. But check it out. So 2018 Reserve Roussanne, and then we're going to go Cinsault from William Chris.
I'm the most excited about those.
Yeah,
So
from La Pradera. This wine is banging.
I've been
right
drinking
now,
way
too.
too much of that lately.
Yeah.
This
And
one's next.
then we're going to go to William Chris Vineyards Sangiovese. This is all from Phillips Vineyard, the 2017, one of the best vintages ever. This wine is drinking so gorgeous. And
I haven't had that in a while. I'm excited to try it again.
then next up, the 2018 Altaloma Syrah. So Altaloma is, for those of you 6 and 12 bottle members out there, you probably had the Altaloma. That is such a delicious wine. And this is a great way to really see the diversification of William Chris Wine Company, because Brad, the winemaker for Lost Straw Cellars, makes this in a totally different style than Tony makes the Altaloma Syrah. So you're going to get two, like a vineyard that was literally picked on the same day, but 2 different styles, 2 different barrel profiles, 2 different winemaking techniques, which is pretty cool.
What else do we get? We don't have a picture of this, but you guys also will get chocolates to pair with each of the wines that is from Wiseman, or is it Wiseman House Yeah, Wiseman.
Claire,
has
our
chocolate.
assistant winemaker, literally paired every single chocolate.
She
spent
went
half a
with
day.
Wiseman. Yeah, she spent half a day figuring out what goes the best. And we don't have it because they're specially making this chocolate for your packs. So if you order today, it will not ship until February 1st because they're specially making these chocolates just for us. And also use the code LOVE. It's already in the same price without the code, 130, but with the
What?
code, that's what my paper says. With the code, another 15 off.
So you're getting a really smoking deal here, and
It's amazing. Yeah.
probably going to talk after this because
So you get 4 bottles, the 4 chocolates, and then if you just
Wow.
add 1
I'm
bottle
gonna
of
buy one of
wine,
these.
it ships on us. So the
so
pack,
$130.
the pack plus 1 bottle, 115 if you use the code LOVE.
And 1 bottle, add 1 bottle.
Add 1 bottle.
For free shipping.
Oh yeah, so you
Shipping
can pick an
So you
extra
don't have to
bottle of
pay for
whatever
the
you
shipping.
want. Yeah, oh, that's a great deal. That's a great deal.
If I was you, I would add 1 bottle of the Salt Lake Mourvèdre because I'm in love with it
Ooh.
right now.
And remember, guys, we also have the skeleton key white. Before we sign off, we do have the getaway giveaway.
Yeah. And don't forget about you guys too, the football auction going through tomorrow night.
Did we get outbid, by the way? Catherine and I are at 640.
think-
Yeah, we're at 1,000.
We're at
Oh.
1,000.
Good.
A Red Raider has betted for it.
A Red Raider, hey, they got a good heart.
Babe, let's go
I'm
back in.
not.
Let's sell
Do
something. What can we sell?
So they're at 1,000 even?
Let's sell
you
your
wanna
car.
Sell more?
No.
No, I was thinking we'd up the ante.
No, what can we sell so we can buy that football? I want that
Oh
boat.
my god. Oh my gosh. Okay, all right. So you want to do the giveaway? Everyone, I teased way like stop squeezing.
I just love it, man.
Okay, so what is the giveaway? What do they win if they've been tuning in faithfully, playing along with us here?
Okay.
You, want to
You
say
win
your
a brand new car. No, just kidding.
We're not
So, like a month and a half ago, we had an amazing barrel tasting with the Helmleys,
They won the barrel tasting through
yes.
one of these giveaways, by the way.
and they graciously donated. It's a really cool house, actually. Catherine and I looked at this house for a hot minute when
When
we
it
were.
was for sale,
Yeah, and it is an old hospital. It's like the original. It's the original.
which makes it sound creepy, but it's super cool and cute.
Yeah, no, it's right on the square in Johnson City, and it's actually where they performed the first C-section in Texas, which is kind of amazing.
Crazy.
Yeah, and so the doctor lived up. Did the doctor live downstairs? I think he lived upstairs.
I couldn't tell you.
I couldn't. There was one of the two. Anyway, so he like had his residence upstairs and the hospital downstairs. And anyways, it's a super beautiful property. He has graciously put up a 2-night stay. The travel must be completed by April 30th because they do have other obligations. So
But you're not restricted to weekdays or non-holiday. Anytime that they have open, you can take it.
which we've been over there. It's super cool. And the Helmleys are awesome, awesome folks too. So highly recommend their spot.
And it's a 2-night stay also.
Yeah. And you'll also be getting, so
You
legally,
We'll
we
see.
are not allowed
Wouldn't
to
it be
give
awesome
away
if
wine,
you did
but this is a bottle of wine that is
a
signed,
Magnum,
a Magnum.
the giant size?
You guys know what I'm talking about when I
Wouldn't it be
say
awesome If
Magnum.
you got this signed by all the production team.
Yeah, so all of our
Wouldn't it
winemaking
be
team signed it.
Wouldn't it be cool?
Yeah, we can't give this away officially, but it may or may not be as a little welcome gift for anybody who wins this. So
Anyway, the house is 4-bedroom, 3 bathrooms.
this is a bottle of
suites.
2017 Enchanté Magnum. I think it's $150.
The house sleeps 12, so you can bring as many or as few people as you feel comfortable with on your experience if you win. And while you're in an area, that house is in Johnson City. We're just 8 miles away here. There's a tasting for you and whoever else joins you in the home here at William Chris Vineyards.
Mm-hmm. And
Oh,
if time permits, we'll do a little extra tasting.
yeah, if you come on a weekend that we're available, we'll see you.
Yeah. So
Okay. Is it time for a drum roll? Kelsey's doing our drawing.
Drum roll,
here.
a little butt
If you've been
squeeze.
tuned in, you are in the drawing. Stop.
Get a little handsy over here.
Oh, God. Okay. Can I start with the drum roll, Kelsey?
Yep.
Yeah.
Who's it gonna be?
Carson Quinn.
Carson Quinn.
Congratulations, Carson.
You are the winner.
We got a winner. We got a winner.
Let us know you're still here in the comments. Just say, yeah, I won. I can't believe it's me.
Carson, if you're not still
Can't
on,
wait to come.
we move on. You got about 45 seconds, Carson.
I was gonna get 30. You're nice.
Yeah, tick tock, tick tock. Guys, while we're waiting on that, I want everybody to think about this next week and think about how to be our best self and how to have an amazing week. And we are what we create. So I want everybody to not hope they're going to have a good week. I want everybody to go out there and plan what makes them have a good week. And it's not good enough to just be like, man, I hope tomorrow is better. Like, it doesn't work like that, man. It really doesn't. Like, hey, I know that I'm better when I go work out in the morning and go meditate and then go have a bottle of wine with my wife and cook dinner. Like, when I plan for that, that's when my life is the best. When I plan to have time with my kids and time to have a family dinner and time to explore amazing wines with my wife, like, that's when my life is the best. So I don't hope my life's going to be the best. I just plan for it. And I'm not always perfect by the way, either. But I'd encourage everybody out there to be their best self, really work on planning, because hoping is not a plan. Hoping is not a plan. You gotta make sure that if we're gonna own 2021 all together, all of us, that's what we gotta do. Is Carson in?
I don't think Carson's here. Oh, is
Carson's in, yeah.
Oh, I missed
Carson,
it.
you're
Yay,
in.
Carson.
Congratulations.
I hadn't
So,
seen it. I was like,
Guys, I want
oh.
everybody to make sure that they get online. We got some cool giveaways next week. You need to make sure that you get this next pack. You can send it to your friends.
Bid on that football.
Bid on the football. You can send this pack to your family. Also, guys, plan your trip to the Hill Country. We threw out some really great folks that you can go visit besides us, or in addition to us.
In addition to this.
But on behalf of Catherine and I and June and Tess and
That's right here.
so thank you guys so much. You are so important to us. We really appreciate you. We love you. And thank you for everything, because it really means the world to us to have you part of our story. You are building this brand and building this company, and you mean so much to 94 families. So thank you. We greatly appreciate it.
Cheers to y'all.
Yeah. Cheers. Here. All right. Till next Valentine's Day.
month.
Yeah.
Yeah, 13th. See you then.
Bye.